Okay. Aha. Okay. Aha. NCC 2025. The Battle of Kings and Queens is going to begin this December. Let's check this out. Rihanna. Aha. A new era is coming.
Yay.
Okay. Aha. Okay. Aha. NCC 2025. The Battle of Kings and Queens is going to begin this December. Let's check this out. Rihanna. Aha. A new era.
I'm so sorry. Well, I would have loved for us to actually quickly look at that. But unfortunately, the games are about to start. So we won't have that much time to look into. They've started for the tiebreak. They started. I need to quickly put this link on the page so that we will. I just got a link. I'm so sorry, but you can see the video as it's going live and direct. So we have. Wait, which link did this guy send to me? I was expecting him to send me. Ouch. Now this is going to be a little bit hard. I'm so sorry. www.events/national chess championship NCC 2025. What else do we have? Open playoffs/games. Then I press enter. I think my typing skill is going to work. Oh my goodness, now something is just wrong somewhere. Let's look at it and edit. Chess.com, right? Chess.com. We have /events/national chess. Okay, champion. Okay, championship. I think this is where he had a problem. Let's do that again. And we should be able to get it. Beautiful. Now we are here. And all eyes is going to be on this game very much right now. Click on this. And we have some games going on at the moment. So let me see if we can see this on the live screen as fast as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. I need to adjust this to everybody's size. This is not, we're using lead chess before, and this is why we are having this at the moment. Apologies as regards. I'm going to try as much as possible. Let me first reduce this, make this correct, and bring this one here, up this. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. We're almost there. Just watch out. Almost there. Yes, this is correct. Yes, they started, yes. Yes, I am, sir. Okay, so we can now drag this, make this better, drag it to the hand, push this in. Yeah, I think this is the best we can do about this on this transition. And that's it. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the final battle. The tie breaks between the two top leaders of the event. Whoever wins this now becomes the national champion. I mean, these two games. Quickly. Okay, so quickly, let us quickly delve back to what happened from the beginning. I'm trying to go back to the moves. This is not lead chess. I'm used to the lead chess platform. I don't know why. Why is this doing like this? Okay, let me just click on. Let's click on the beginning, and maybe I'm the one making mistake. So here, okay, good. I can see this now. We have. Why is it doing that? Okay, so let's just do this. C4, C5, knight f3, pawn takes, knight takes, and we have the English sort of setup. Sacrificing a pawn from the beginning. Now we have bishop takes. Let's bring this chair here, and Lakute just got in to join me, ladies and gentlemen. So we have bishop in here, knight takes pawn. Now the interesting thing about this is after pawn takes pawn here, pawn takes, and we just say bishop takes, and now this was the idea, knight takes. Write me your thoughts regarding. Beautiful sacrifice there.
Of course, the idea is that
after knight takes knight, then you have queen check, right? Queen check.
Yeah, queen check.
And if the knight goes back, you have bishop takes check. I mean bishop takes knight check.
And some people might be thinking that, oh,
queen takes bishop.
you've given up your fianchetto bishop, but the problem is that
Black and castle.
yeah, it's going to be difficult to castle. The bishop can also come to a3, and that diagonal, you know, white is better.
Just like that from the opening, and we have white is looking interesting, explosive from this. If you just quickly go back, I don't know, they sent me a chess.com link instead of a lead chess link, so I don't know, I'm not familiar with this interface when it comes to for streaming, so I just have to just, so this is where we are for the live stream at the moment. So I don't know if I'm coming. Triple A has made a move. I think this has been played. This has been played, I think.
Is this our analysis? Or has it been, okay, it seems like it's.
I think this has been played.
Yeah.
Or is this our analysis? Oh, that is. Can I just use this mouse and see if this is our analysis or we've been played? So far, so good. Okay, I think there is another way to do that. This will help us out. This will definitely help us out. So we'll be able to see from here the live moves.
Okay.
That I think that happened. Yes, this happened. Yes, it's correct. It's correct. This is live. This is what is it called on the YouTube channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Good.
So, Tennyson's idea is that if bishop a3, for instance, then there is pawn to c5 blocking this diagonal. And if you can block this diagonal, then that means that black can castle maybe, and then also if he can get this bishop to b7, he can start having some counterplay. So at this point, let me take that back a move or two. Having some slight.
You want to take that back? You just have to use your arrow. No, that's the difference.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the difference. That's exactly. I also encountered that quite some minutes ago.
Yeah. So, Abdulrahman. Sorry. Yeah, Abdulrahman has to find the way to. He has to find a way here. I'm trying to see how best to fight against this idea. Okay, maybe the idea is that you play bishop a3. If the pawn comes to c5, is it possible to play the move queen e4? Queen e4, you know, putting some pressure on this on this rook. Let's say the rook goes to b8. Let's say the rook goes to b8, and now maybe even queen e5, because black is not in, white is not in danger of wow. I was going to say that white is not in too much danger, so at some point it can just capture the pawn on c5, but it seems like there's something concrete that makes it problematic to do this. I can't see it though. Maybe f6, maybe f6. Okay, let's go back to the live position if I can be sure that it's a live position.
He said if you can be sure it's a live position. I think live position is queen. Yes, knight went to. Yeah,
fantastic move. Knight e4.
That was beautiful. And but we know the idea.
Yeah,
yes,
the idea is fantastic.
The idea is fantastic, but seems that can be a blunder. And in fact, this is even interesting with chess.com.
Yeah.
With this kind of analysis, we'll be able to like start seeing where the error comes from immediately. But for rapid, we don't have to start cracking our head. If it is classical, then we can look up and down, turn off the engines, which we've been doing so far so good. This is the very first time we do. As a matter of fact, right now we don't even know how to turn off this engine, even though we want to. So we don't want to scatter what the board looks like at the moment. So we have knight on the board. Now the question is, how do you respond to this? Don't forget that time is also burning. Every strong move, you have to think about it on the spot. You don't have that luxury of 90 minutes plus 30 seconds added time. There's no 30 seconds added in this scenario.
Maybe consider c5. What do you do after c5? What do you do?
You want to start removing the pieces? Does exchanging of the pieces even favor
But what do you
white? C5. Don't I just take that pawn?
Okay, so if you take knight and c5, there are two ideas that I'm looking at. One is queen to d5 with the idea of this diagonal, The other idea is that if c5, knight captures on c5, then maybe to just castle, and then you have managed to sacrifice a pawn, but at least you have castled your king, and maybe at some point you can use the bishop on this diagonal. That's one way I'm looking at it, but it's not really clear because black is already, let me see, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, it's equal number of pawns. I think you can give up a pawn to try to castle your king, because castling the king here seems like it's one of the most important things to do. Yeah, I think at this point I would really consider just playing pawn to c5.
If you're live on the stream, please, who are you rooting for to win this? Send your comments down there. Let's hear you out. I'm actually seeing some stakes going on even on the national group. Somebody's taking 5k, you stake 4k. On who? I don't know who. Anyways, we know it's going to be a fighting match between these two. In fact, this is a battle between the African West Zonal Champion, West African Zonal Champion, and the African Super Zonal Champion. The battle for supremacy. Who is going to be winning this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Tennyson has played an interesting move, queen to d5.
Yeah, pinning the knight to the rook, but the queen is protecting.
Now he's threatening maybe pawn to c5. Maybe.
Do we have bishop
a3, right?
a3 immediately?
Yeah,
Threatening just a mate.
Yeah, threatening mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then pawn to c5. That's
the problem. The problem is that pawn to c5. He castled immediately. Again, it's rapid. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, nerves are working. Nerves are working at one.
But then if queen goes back to b1, although this diagonal is not a problem. This diagonal is not a problem because maybe you can always play f3, but it's clear that the initiative is now with black.
Yeah.
It's now with black. You know, this kind of things, there's always going to be nerves. But trying to consider the move knight captures, and then bishop to a3. But then, you know, threatening the knight and also threatening mate if the knight moves. But the problem is after knight captures on c5, there's just queen captures on c5.
Yeah. Did you also consider this interesting knight? Although it doesn't. Knight c3 maybe.
As a counter, yeah.
Yeah, as a counter, knight c3. You take your queen, and the problem is you can't defend with b5 just because knight just takes on the pawn on b4. And I'm also threatening knight to c7, which is a very beautiful fork on the king and the rook.
Okay, well, knight c3, then the queen just moves.
The queen moves, and
So
now
c6.
you have chance to move your queen away, and you probably work on that weak c5 pawn in the not too distant future.
But the bishop will also join this time.
Yeah, we have f3 immediately. I can also stop us. F3 or d6
And
maybe.
then knight
No,
comes to
f3.
d4.
F3 is the.
You know, it starts to look as if white is having some activity.
Yeah, black, you mean?
Black is having
Black will start having some activity. Again, they have to start finding moves. 4 minutes on the clock. You have to find something reasonable for yourself. And don't forget, this tournament is actually proudly sponsored by Zenith Bank, one of our good sponsors for the event. We have.
Wait.
What happened?
No, sorry. I wanted to see the current position. It seems the move.
Of course, knight. Oh! Knight went back, that's what he did. And according to the engine right now, just saying knight in there is very bad. And I believe knight takes queen has happened. Blunder. Festival of blunders, ladies and gentlemen. Nerves are working, guys. Nerves are working. So what should he have done here?
Yeah, I'm wondering. I can't even see anything.
What should he have done here?
Yeah, the computer is so brutal. So brutal. So brutal. The
Queen just moves away. Probably you can't afford to lose your queen at the moment.
engine is...
Question is, where's the queen going to? So we have options of e5 or just going just yes e5.
I was gonna say queen captures on d2, but I don't know if I can suggest such a move.
Okay, queen captures on d2 sounds interesting.
But still,
Queen
I don't
takes.
get it. No, I don't think
No. Well, queen captures.
I don't think so.
I don't. I'm not saying.
Okay, let's see the current position.
The played moves. We can't even. Knight takes bishop. Rook takes pawn. Is looming.
Is rook takes pawn, bishop? Okay, rook takes pawn maybe.
Rook takes pawn is looming. Take the pawn, and now bishop to b7. I mean bishop to b2, or bishop to. In fact, I won't be surprised if Triple A plays bishop to a3 right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. But you know, the king can just come to d7, so that's why.
But do you know there is a problem? I think he has to take the pawn as fast as possible.
Yeah. Wow, the moves are coming in very fast, and sorry, we are not so used to this chess.com interface.
Rooting for Tenny, I'm seeing Damola is rooting for Tennyson. Weary Gold is rooting for Triple A. That's beautiful. Everybody's having their fans over here. Who else are you rooting for, guys? Who else are you rooting for?
So rook captures on a7, threatening rook here. Then you should probably just castle your king.
Volume. People are still screaming about the volume. I don't understand. The volume is good from me, ladies and gentlemen, I believe. What just happened? He took the pawn, of course.
Took the pawn.
Yes, and he castled.
And then
the evaluation bar just dropped a little bit.
Yeah, castled.
Castled. Rook in there wants to take the pawn, which is probably okay. I think we are in for a very long end game ride. Knight to g4. There is bishop attacks the knight. You also losing the pawn on e2. This is nerves, ladies and gentlemen. Nerves talking. Nerves talking, guys. Nerves talking. Wait, guys at the stream, please. I need your favor. How is the audio, please? Is the audio good enough? Is it loud enough? Because I think it's very, very loud from our own ends there. I don't know what's going on, guys.
Maybe the way to go was to play bishop b2 first, but although it looks crazy, but maybe this is the way to go. Bishop b2, and then try to get this pawn on b3 instead. Like
yeah, maybe.
And doubling the rooks, trying to get this pawn on either a7 or b3. Yeah, but this time control is crazy. This time control.
You know, you just finished the 10 plus 2, and here we go.
Yeah, I think the position is now level, and
yeah, 3 pawns, 2 rooks, bishop. But again, time. Don't forget, this is now Abdulrahman is down to 1 minute.
Yeah, but once you play bishop c1 and bishop e3, nothing can happen again.
Yeah, sure. To a larger extent, yeah, sure.
So that should be a draw generally if bishop c1 is played. Yeah. Okay, we just decided to exchange rooks. Okay,
so we're looking at a draw for the first game.
Yeah, this should be a draw. This should be an easy draw. Rook times, then rook. Rook times, then rook to e3. And it should be an easy draw. I don't think any of them can be playing for anything anymore. I'm not. I think. Okay, he said draw. I saw Abdulrahman saying draw, and Tennyson said make your move. So, and yeah, Abdulrahman just took on d4, and this happened. So I believe with 18 seconds, it's just going to be a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, they agreed a draw here.
So, ladies and gentlemen, game 1 just ended in a draw between these two guys. And we are going out to the second tie break, which will be played very soon. They're going to switch colors. Now this time around, AAA will be playing black. As we are saying, they are already arranging their pieces, and Tennyson is playing white. I'm hoping we will not get to the level where, what is it called? Magnus Carlsen and Nepo, Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen and Nepo Mniach, they have to play, and at the point they're like, you know what, guy, we agree, the two joint winners. We don't need to kill ourselves again. But I don't think so. This is the national title in Nigeria. That cannot happen in this level. These guys are going to, fight it out to the very end. And we have round 2, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I believe there is a way we should be able to switch from this, go back, and round 2. Yes, it has started, and we have C4 on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we are expecting C4 at any point, every point in time when it comes to Tennyson.
I'll do us a favor, and because of these multiple arrows, I'm going to switch up.
Okay, good, beautiful. If that's possible, beautiful. Yeah.
All right. So a variation. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So now we have.
Hold on a second. Let me see. I think we can reduce this size. Let's make it something like this. Okay, such that trying to see if I can bring all the exactly beautiful. You can go off here.
All right.
Thank you.
So in their individual encounter in the classical section, this was the same opening that was played. But instead, earlier I think Tennyson played maybe knight to c3, and the game ended in a win for Abdulrahman. But here, Tennyson has varied a bit, and Abdulrahman has played the mysterious h6.
Did you just say mysterious?
Yeah,
You've not seen it before?
No, it's been played, but it's not a common move. Instead of developing, and he follows it up with bishop b4.
Interesting.
Okay? And now they get the same kind of structure that they got in the first game, which I think Abdulrahman believes that he felt he played better in that game, and he understood it better. So probably he's going for the same kind of setup. So here he plays knight to c6, which is interesting. Okay, all right. So the difference there was that in that other one, here when bishop captures in the first game, in this structure, white captured with the d pawn, and Abdulrahman was able to play d3, d6, and put a lot of pressure on the, on the white queen side. But here, Tennyson varied and played the. He said he later came to the stream and said he would have preferred to take with the b pawn in that the encounter with Abdulrahman, and that this is a position that he knows better. That he knows better than the d times structure. So let's see how they both play it. Knight c6 played by Abdulrahman, and e4. Knight d7, knight f4. So I'm guessing that they are trying to play for the f5. Black is trying to play for the f5 plan, and white is trying to play for the f4 plan. So let's see whose strategy triumphs. So knight here, and then we are expecting maybe a move like pawn to f5 if it holds tactically. But maybe f5 can be met by ef5, knight f5, and maybe there is some problem on this diagonal with the queen coming in. I don't want to draw too many arrows and look like Nakamura, but, let me just quickly make some moves. f5, ef5, knight f5, for instance. There's maybe bishop check, king where? King h7, and then there is nothing. So there was maybe something. Okay, yeah, knight captures, rook captures.
And then you pin. Boom.
So maybe f5, even though it looks strategically like the move you want to make, maybe it's not yet the time to play. So after knight h4, knight e7, maybe this is the current position that we have. If we can confirm if it's the current, yeah, that's the current.
No, this is the current position right now.
Yeah.
F5 has not been played.
F5 probably would not be played either. Okay, F5.
F5 has been played.
Oh my goodness. I just talked about why maybe f5 cannot be good because of this idea of to um, bishop to d5 check, which looks like the trick. Okay, let's see what Abdulrahman wants to follow it up with. f5 has been taken and pawn captures on f5.
But instead of yes, continue. It has been played. Knight takes.
Oh, come on, bishop g5 check.
He missed it.
And if the king goes to h8, that's terrible because of
knight
g6. And now you have to, oh well, not have to, but you play king h7, and then now knight captures f5, rook captures,
rook takes,
and then bishop here.
And you fine, you very much fine. Missed it.
Would have,
might have. You never can tell what's still happening in the end.
It would be difficult to escape that pin. That pin was killing.
Probably, piece exchange.
Wow. So you exchanged and played rook
b1.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Rook b1.
Wow. Just wow. That is wow.
Rook b1 moves are going. c6 has been played, and d4 has just got played.
But White still has a lot of initiative here.
Yeah,
White
sure.
still has a lot of initiative.
I agree.
I don't think Abdulrahman should have played f. It's true that that's what he wants strategically, but tactically, it's not just working yet. His pieces are not yet developed, so it doesn't favor him at all. Probably should have kept the structure intact. Wow, that was wow. I'm surprised that they both missed it. That's shocking.
Nerves, man.
Yeah.
Nerves.
There's a lot of nerves.
Nerves.
Playing for the title of national champion, with resting on just one game of 10+2. That has to be crazy. So rook
f8. I was actually expecting. I was not looking at it from the rook f8 perspective. I'm like, okay, you want to bring the second rook later in the future to go to f8.
Well,
right?
the problem is that what he wants to do is he wants to develop his knight. He wants to bring his knight to a more sensible square. But he doesn't want this knight to be trapped kind of behind. Like, for example, moves like bishop e3. Those kind of moves can be irritating. So what he's trying to do, or even g4, let's say knight f6, g4.
No, I was actually thinking rook going back to f7 instead of going back to f8 first.
But probably he's also trying to avoid anything to
any funny bishop spin.
So first of all, of course, your move might be stronger, but I mean, practically, when you're playing, you probably want to avoid anything that could get you into trouble. So here, f4 play, e4, bishop f4, and this is the current position. So we're expecting maybe the knight moves.
Knight f6.
Okay, knight b6.
Knight b6 was played even. Okay.
Yeah, knight b6.
Yeah, attacking moves, man. Attacking moves.
And the bishop, now the knight blocks this rook from attacking b7. Maybe the bishop is also going to develop at some point, maybe to e6, maybe to f5, maybe f5 actually, maybe f5, developing with tempo, and we are trying to put pressure on the c4 pawn. So maybe the initiative has switched to the black side, at least in terms of who has easier moves. I think right now black has some easier moves. So knight b6. I mean, there are a lot of possibilities. Maybe not a lot. There is also the funny move, bishop captures, queen captures, and pawn to c5. But I think that doesn't favor white at all. So that tactic is not something you want to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you just say the audio is still a bit low and lagging? Worry gold.
I think you can consider pawn to c5 here. Pawn to c5, d times c5, d times c5, and
thank you, Ayemeko.
While it looks like this, the fact that you have the two bishops and then suddenly your rook is also attacking the pawn on b7 after, maybe this is good enough for. So pawn to c5 is something to consider. Pawn to c5. At first it looks ugly, but maybe it's fine. Let's try to quickly see before someone makes a move. By the way, this is analysis, so don't be fooled. Would you take here first? Okay, so some moves have the move been made? Let me see the current position. Okay,
No moves yet. Bishop just went out to
E4.
E4 right now. Bishop just went out to E4, and suddenly I think that move.
I don't really understand the ideas. Yeah. What's happening?
The bishop just left the diagonal of the
there is queen b3, but that's not a big deal.
What about bishop h3 first, hitting on the rook?
But it's a pawn.
But after hitting on the rook.
Okay. No, because now if you now play bishop h3, the rook moves, and then you take the pawn. This pawn is hanging on b7.
I'm not so sure this young man wants to capture.
No, but it's a pawn. It's a pawn, and it's not even about capturing the pawn. It's that somehow your knight gets a very good square on c4. So that's more the point. Not
No. Well, how about bishop h? Okay, you want to take the pawn immediately. Yeah, that's it. Okay,
just want a nice square for your knight.
Nice square for your knight and taking the pawn.
Yeah, c4, pawn to d3. The knight is well placed. It has some jumping squares, to go to. And if you manage to play knight c4, pawn to d5, and exchange the bishops, if you manage to achieve all that, then maybe black is better. So let's see what happened. After bishop e4, Abdulrahman is thinking, because he's trying to understand what is the reason why Tennyson has given him the pawn. He's trying to understand what is the reason. So he has made a move. I don't know what move he has made. We'll see it in a moment. Okay, he captured the pawn. Oof, and there's an X on it. It's a miss. This is that the live position? Let's see.
The live position. Give me a second. Yes, it takes on queen all the way to h5 right now.
Yeah, I was looking at that, but I thought it was not dangerous because you can easily defend against the mating threat. But it seems like it is dangerous.
Now this is a very big problem. You've not gone there. Yes.
Yeah.
Now this is a very, very serious problem right now.
d5.
d5 has been played. Bishop went back to d3. Ouch. He said every move is a mistake. But you won't blame them. And like I said, nerves.
Yeah, I'm not blaming them.
Nerves coming in.
I'm not even blaming them. The reason I said every move is a mistake is that the computer is so harsh. Like, it's not even kind on them at all.
Now, I think Triple A needs to exchange the queens.
Yeah, but how?
Queen to e8.
Queen to e8, yeah? Will you achieve queen exchange like that? It seems so, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, queen e8. If queen e8 happens, if white, then it feels like how white can just, and black can now quickly play bishop h3 and quickly develop all his pieces, then play b5.
Tennyson just drank water, like just took a sip of water.
Yeah, I think queen e8 makes sense if it's played. Queen
e8 was played. Yeah. Finding the correct move at thehot.com with these two fantastic players. Don't forget, these guys are tired. They are just, burning the last calories. That's Lacena water that Tennyson just drank there. And Bishop G6. Bishop G6?
Yeah.
Bishop G6 has been played. And
maybe you can play
Queen E6.
Oof. Queen here with the idea of exchanging queens.
Queen. Yes, Queen E6. Queen. But why again?
Yes.
Why?
Bishop captures.
Sacking on the H6?
Is that possible?
Is he going to see it?
Is it possible? I don't know if that's a move.
Is he going to see it, even if it is possible? Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, check. This is beautiful.
No, queen takes check. It's not queen takes.
I mean, queen takes. It's beautiful, actually, because white is going to have an overwhelming attack over there. But
I don't know about overwhelming attack, but...
No, go for it. Bishop takes first. Just look at what I'm talking about. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Look at it. You're looking at rook takes mates in there. Come on.
Yeah, and if the rook
this is scary. The rook takes next. And now look at it. This is scary. This is so scary.
So what's the current position?
Current
Bishop
position
H6 has been played.
Bishop H6. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think,
oh my God.
I think Abdulrahman will have to.
Oh my God.
It's not even possible to exchange queens.
No, it isn't.
Because if you try to exchange queens, there is Bishop H7 at the end
Check.
of that line. Like, yeah. Oh.
Oops. It took.
No, he hasn't taken.
Oh.
No, this is the current
Okay,
position.
Bishop H6 is the current position. Now this is.
Not going to take. Going to
Ouch!
Spend some time. Yeah.
Ouch!
Yeah, Tennyson.
We are about to see Seems Tennyson is taking this away, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Darlington, are you seeing what we're seeing? The final moments.
He's trying to find a way to resist.
The final moment, ladies and gentlemen.
But
the final moment, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on?
Yeah, the attack on the king is so strong.
Yeah.
The attack on the king is so strong, and his time is ticking down. That's the issue.
There is a lag. Where are there lags? Oh, according to there are lags on the video actually, and this is what I was trying to achieve. I was trying to avoid.
Yeah,
the buffering. Yes, it's smooth out here.
There is actually no way. Like I can't see any other move apart from G8-6. I cannot see it because queen here. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I actually do understand why there is a lag also. Maybe there are too much cameras on these guys. Honestly, because it has been smooth since. It's the most smooth over here on our screen. Takes. Is that what happened? Or is that you? Is that you happening? Is that you happening or is that them happening?
I'm trying to calculate the way for black to resist, but even this seems to not give you anything.
Triple A is frozen with bishop times h7, h6. It's frozen. He's just calculating. His time is just running. His time is running.
Yeah, h4.
And Matthias. Matthias on the board.
So
rook times f1 has happened on the board. After bishop takes rook times f1,
rook times f1 doesn't help.
It doesn't affect the price of Gary in the market, ladies and gentlemen.
Because now it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and there is no single person defending the black king.
Ouch.
Yes.
Queen e6.
And now he has like 30 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds on the clock, and he's looking at a lost position.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. I think.
Ouch.
I think he's going to make a couple of moves, but and it's 19 seconds. He has to make a move, and he can't find a move. I can see it on the screen.
Now, do you know? I think now that really explains that bishop h3.
G8-6 played, and then after queen captures on h6.
Do we have queen?
There's so many mates here.
Did you just say queen h6 played? I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's been played. Yes, queen g7. Queen g7 has been played.
Queen g7, yeah?
Yeah, queen g7 has played.
Oh, yeah, okay, queen g7.
And we have a check.